More than 800 suspected criminals under arrest around the world after being tricked into using an FBI-run messaging app dubbed Operation Trojan Sheild. The sting operation involved more than 9,000 police officers in 16 countries. For more on this, I want to welcome in former FBI agent and Navy SEAL Jonathon Gilliam and former DEA Special Ops agent Derek Maltz. Gentlemen, good morning to you both. Nice to have you on.
Good to be with you.
Good morning, Rob.
Jonathon, I'd like to start with you. The operation apparently prevented 21 murder plots that were already in motion. Has anything like this ever been done before?
Not to this level where they're using technology in this way. I think, the interesting thing about this day and age is that everyone is reliant upon technology to communicate. And whether it's social media or whether now it is these private texting apps, they're not really making phone calls. They're actually texting more than they are calling. And basically no one uses the mail anymore. So I think this is a pretty ingenious use of this technology. I think it shows how effective and how much people give, how much information they give through these texting apps when they believe that they're secure. And the fact that they were able to save the lives of that many people and use this, which most people don't think that when the FBI and these types of agencies work, it's over years, not just a quick, I heard about something, let's go get them. This was years worth of work and collection.
Derek, this was all done on that app that Jonathon just mentioned. So basically what they did is undercover agents, would put this app on phones that the undercover agents would then give to the criminals, and then those criminals would basically, use the phones and pass them out. Get this, it gave them, the agents, access to 25 million text messages and other, emails, things like that, in real time. So does this change the game completely for undercover agents?
Well, Rob, first of all, the bad guys are going to do anything they have to do to make as much money as they can. And FBI and all these European law enforcement agencies, Australia, my hat goes off to them. Because this is the way law enforcement stays in the game. They're very relentless. They're committed to public safety. So it's important that they develop technology and innovative solutions to beat the bad guys at their own game. So as an example, this isn't something like Jonathon said that has started overnight. The law enforcement agencies, they have cyber task forces, and they study the activities of the criminals, just like the criminals study the activities of us, the good guys. And what they do is develop these solutions so they can disrupt and dismantle these criminal networks around the globe. One of the things that people don't realize is that there's so much information that's been developed in this investigation. They will have cases now for years. They will develop cooperating witnesses, cooperating informants that can infiltrate other groups. Because once they take down sites like, Phantom Secure and like Silk Road and Alpha Bay and all of these sites, the bad guys want other capabilities. So it's an outstanding job. And this is another example of law enforcement, how dedicated they are to public service. And that's why it kills me when we hear about the funding law enforcement,
well, yeah, and this is
funding the police.
This is a big win for law enforcement.
Of what law enforcement can do when they cooperate and work together around the world.
Jonathon, the FBI special agent in charge of this, talked about the impact of the operation and how challenging it was. Take a listen.
The amount of intelligence that we received was staggering. From seizing drugs, guns, and millions of dollars in multiple currencies, to addressing more than 150 threats to life.
Jonathon, we've talked about this before. Typically organized crime, the mafia, they are one step ahead of law enforcement, but occasionally, every now and again, we have a case like this, maybe not on this scale, but a really good example of how law enforcement, when applied properly, can yield amazing results.
Sure, and I'll give you a very simple example of how this all works. Typically, is there's a puzzle of evidence that we know nothing about, and so we not only are we trying to figure out what the picture is as we collect the pieces for the puzzle, but we just don't know where those pieces are, and so that's what the investigations have to do, is look around, follow leads, gather these pieces, and then put them together in a picture. When you have an app like this, and I will tell you, I am surprised that the FBI is thinking this far out of the box, because that's not typically what the FBI does. It's good to see that they're actually doing that. That was always my biggest gripe when I worked there. But what you see here is criminals who own the puzzle, and we have a large screen TV to sit back and watch how they put it together, so we can easily put the pictures together. And that's a game changer when it comes to hunting criminals, because it's the only thing you can do better, I guess, is to implant something in their brain so we see everything.
That might be next, yeah. I thought it was interesting. 2018, these guys apparently got together, had a couple beers, and they were like, we're giving our informants, we're giving our undercover people that we work with phones anyway. Why don't we put some encrypted app on there so we can access all their stuff? 2018, boom, here we are, 2021, and they made this all work. Pretty unbelievable. We appreciate your time, guys. Thanks so much for being with us. Jonathon, Gilliam, Derek Maltz, good to see you both. Thank you.
Thank you.